The teaser of Animal is finally out after ages. The movie has been postponed. And what are our thoughts for this teaser? We're gonna go over it in this episode. So let's begin. The teaser starts off with Ranbir Kapoor in a clean-shaven look, talking to Rashmika Mandana, where they're walking about how he wants to be a father. They're probably discussing something about the future, maybe together. And the way he talks to her is something that shows that they have a dynamic of a love relationship, or it could even be an arranged marriage. It could be someone, a good family friend, and they're arranging Ranbir Kapoor's marriage with him. That's what we can tell so far. Is it going to be a love story? We don't know. Are they in love or is it arranged? We don't know. But there is a possibility that could be an arranged marriage. And the word she says, you won't be like your father, right? Which means she probably knows the family for a long time. And then he gets offended at that. So that also shows Ranbir Kapoor's relationship with his father. Then right away from the scene, what you expect is he says he gets offended that when she's questioning his father, how he will be. You expect Ranbir Kapoor's father to be the best kind of father, but then you cut to a scene where he's slapping Ranbir Kapoor and telling him that we've given birth to a criminal. Criminal paida kiya hai humne. So then you realize that not all is good between Ranbir Kapoor and his father, which is Anil Kapoor. But why does Ranbir Kapoor still say that he's the best father in the world? Now that's what the story is about. Is it more like, even though he's been emotionally abused so much at home by his father and his other relatives, family members, and you can tell in one shot that it's some party or event, Ranbir Kapoor in the family photo is purposely standing a little away from the family, physically standing away, which clearly, not only mentally, but physically, he's not close or attached to the family. Neither does family consider him as a very close member as well. They don't take him seriously. They say, be like any other rich kid, crash some sports cars, go on a holiday, blah, blah, blah. They don't even take him seriously. They don't want him to take himself seriously. So you can tell the relatives of the family, the father himself, they don't take him seriously. They don't even respect him to a point where they're like, do what you want, you're rich. Why do you have to even work? You don't have the ability to work. Let the adults handle everything else. But still, why is Ranbir so obsessed with his father and saying that he's the best father in the world? Now that's what the story is about. Is it that he's been in that abuse so much, in denial, that he just accepted it and he wants to win that approval so badly, and that's what the movie's about? Or Ranbir Kapoor has done something wrong? Maybe he is the best father in the world. Ranbir Kapoor has done something wrong and he's guilty about. We don't know that. We cannot say Ranbir Kapoor is a neat and clean character and then he becomes the bad guy later on. It could be he really did something wrong and he's trying to improve it, but nobody takes him seriously. Maybe the family might have a point that Ranbir Kapoor's character is useless in the movie. We don't know. Then Ranbir Kapoor is talking to his father, and father shows a little bit of disappointment that, I'm sorry, I didn't know how to train you as a son. I haven't trained you well. Trained you well. Training means it's not about I haven't raised you well. He's not talking about being like a father. When he says train, it seems like a coach and a player, a boss and an employee, kind of a relationship, which means there is some business or something that they've involved in. Maybe Anil Kapoor is a gangster himself. He is a gangster. And there might be a point where Ranbir Kapoor didn't want to be a part of it, but was forced to be a part of it. Again, when Anil Kapoor says, criminal paida kiya humne, people will argue that then he's not a criminal or a gangster. But remember, sometimes when you're in the mafia, people don't consider themselves as criminals. They think they're just doing the right thing because of that system. So he might be saying criminal paida kiya. It could be something that what Anil Kapoor considers as wrong and what he does is right. But in fact, he could be a criminal well himself. We never thought of it that way as well. Then you continue and Ranbir Kapoor says, no, you've trained me well. And then there's a shot where he has a changed look, longer hair, beard. Then he does recite some doha or some poetic 3-4 lines about that. I wanted to see the bad side, but I found out that I'm the worst myself. Then you have Ranbir Kapoor shooting everyone, killing. The glimpse from the pre-teaser is shown more in this. And then you have him lying in a pool of blood after killing, massacring everyone. Bunch of bullets flying around, like falling apart. And he says, "Abhi bahut kaam baki hai, papa." which means there's some unfinished business. Usko milna hai aur usko marna hai. Who are they talking about? We all assume it's Bobby Deol, the villain, or it's someone they want to avenge, or someone who tried to kill Anil Kapoor. Someone maybe they owe some money, some business deal went wrong. Multiple possibilities. It could be that it's just like The Godfather Part 1, where Michael Corleone didn't want to be part of the family business, but he was forced into it because his father was shot and nobody else was ready to take that big step, and kind of just eased into it, forced into it to become the evil man that Michael Corleone became. That could be the story here itself. And Ranbir Kapoor becomes this gangster, and he thinks that maybe finally, when he can avenge or something, he can win the father's approval and finally be considered someone important in the family. Maybe that's the reason Ranbir Kapoor is forced into this life. Or if he's not, what if he's already evil and we don't know that yet? So there's multiple sides to it. And then they show a few cars going around, and then there's a shot of Bobby Deol opening the door. Half naked, he's eating something, you can see he's careless, and the way his body language is, he looks up to himself, like he has a narcissistic personality. You can tell, and he just looks like you and you, come in. If there was two people, he wouldn't have to say that. You can tell that there's more than two people standing outside his door. Who is it? We don't know. Is it someone who wants to kill? Is it someone he wants to talk to? Could be girls he's picking? Maybe because he's a powerful personality in the movie, and he just says, come in. And he has that like raw animus, like yeah, that look that he has. So you can tell he's probably not going to be the good guy in the movie. That's one thing for sure. But is he related to the family? We didn't see that in the glimpses of the family photo, so probably not. Maybe it could be a distant relative. Maybe it could be another family friend. Maybe someone Bobby Deol is related to Rashmika Mandanna's family. The Gitanjali being played in, we don't know. Maybe it could be Ranbir Kapoor's old friend. No clue. We have no idea what Bobby Deol's character is in the movie. But so far what we know is he's powerful, he's narcissistic, and he's probably rich. You can tell by the hotel room he was in. It was probably a 5-star hotel. So this is what we know all about from the teaser, what we could gather, what the movie could be, what the movie is possibly going towards, and all of that. Now I'm going to give you my thoughts on what I think. What I loved about the teaser was the background music. I think it seemed original. It suited every part of the scene. It elevated the tension very well. I liked the costumes. I think they've done a very good job in portraying a rich elite family with dark secrets and all that, the dark side of that. But they've all dressed up well. All the looks suit everyone. Bobby Deol looks great. Ranbir Kapoor looks great. Anil Kapoor looks great. Rashmika Mandanna looks great. The family photo that they have with Suresh Oberoi sitting and all the ladies, they all look amazing. They all look proper rich. And the Punjabi side of the flavor as well is well portrayed. It's not the typical Bhangra, beer drinking, butter chicken eating, like typical Punjabis that they show in the movie, in movies and shows and stuff. It shows more realistic Punjabi side of a family. That's one thing I loved, the portrayal of Punjabi-ness of a family. And I also liked, so far, the way they're giving dialogues and the acting. It looks very intimidating as well. Like, you can sense some strength in the character of Ranbir Kapoor's portrayal. I loved Anil Kapoor's portrayal. I think Rashmika Mandanna had 1 or 2 lines, but she suits the role quite a bit. You can tell the tension that is there, how she's hoping to have a family with someone who's not like Anil Kapoor. That's what she's referring to and all of that, and how she just probably wants a simple life and all of that. And even the family members, when the elder, probably the brother in Ranbir Kapoor's family, telling him, what do you know? Like that arrogance, like negligence of, we don't respect you. Has a good dialogue as well. So these are the few things I liked in the teaser. What I didn't like is how it is shot, how it is edited. It has so much choppiness in the teaser. I think it's very choppy. There's no certain moment that's put there for a bit for you to absorb. There's sudden jump cuts. The transition is poor. I don't know why the director is editing it himself. I think he should have hired a better editor. He had enough budget. The edit is not good. As soon as you think it's going to be a very good moment, it's been cut off in the teaser. And not because they don't want to show too much, but it's just poorly cut. It's just poorly cut. Those who edit will know that, how choppy the editing was. I also didn't like the visuals of the movie, and by visuals I don't mean how they looked and the costumes and everything. I mean physically the color, how everything's in front of the camera, the framing, the shots, the camera angle, and how people fit into the within the screen over there. Not many people could even guess that it's going to be a gangster movie. That, I mean, how poorly it was made. Like, the lighting was shot, I mean, I could have done probably better lighting than that. It's literally brightness everywhere. If I didn't know that it's going to be, if I didn't hear like the bullets and all of that, all of the background about the movie, it's basically been shot like Ye Jawani Hai Diwani would have been shot, or Tamasha, or even like Tu Chiti Mein Makkar vibes, with the way the visuals are, everything's bright, everything, all of that. I'm not saying everything should be dark, but there should be a tone in the film visually to portray that, okay, there's some serious stuff going on. I didn't feel that. For example, if you want to see a masterclass in how a gangster movie shot is Satya, films like Company, or you have Goodfellas, you have Casino. I mean, without even knowing, the film has some serious tonality. It's business, it's morals dilemma involved. The characters are gonna be crossing boundaries with each other and all of that. Animal doesn't have that. Just by showing bullets flying around, blood, and some violence, you're not gonna have a good gangster movie. You have to make the visual tone in every frame. That's what I didn't like. It's going a bit too technical, but if I put it into simple words, the look of the movie, I don't like it. I don't like how the overall feel it gives to me. And badly edited that, and it's trying too hard to be a gangster film rather than being a normal drama gangster film. It's like there's extra effort being put into, I'm gonna show you what a violent movie is. I'm gonna show you what a real violent movie is. The creativity seems it has been affected by the sense of narcissism or ego of the director. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. So overall, it seems like a high budget movie. It's being released alongside Sam Bahadur's biopic with Vicky Kaushal in it. And it's December 1. It's already been delayed. And by keeping few factors in mind with the budget and the delay and competition now with the movie, and week after that there's 2 more movies going to be released. I think Yashoda or Yodha with Siddharth Malhotra. There's another movie being released of Katrina Kaif with Vijay Sethupathi. I think it's Merry Christmas or something. So you don't have that much gap. You have to be very good in recovering the budget. Overall, it's probably going to be difficult because it's going to be an adult movie. Kids won't be allowed in such a violent movie. There could be controversies. The director is controversial since Kabir Singh. And Ranbir Kapoor is having his own controversy, and overall I think the movie is not going to be recovering the budget that it has. I don't think it will do as well, and overall, frankly speaking, I was a bit disappointed with the teaser. So these are my thoughts on the Animal teaser. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. What could have been improved, what you like, what you didn't. Do you think it's going to be a hit or not? Put them in the comment section down below. My next video is going to be on Leo trailer. We're going to be discussing Talapati Vijay's Leo. Lokesh Kanagraj has been back with this movie, so we're going to go with that. Until the next episode, cheers guys, take care, bye bye. Keep watching movies.